Chris Rudolph, the Freedom Agency Coach here, and I've worked with digital agencies for almost a decade. And when I first meet with them, one of the most common questions I get is, why is growing your digital agency so flipping hard? So I thought I'd take a little time to unpack why that is. So here are 7 reasons why growing your agency can be so flipping hard. So I get it, you're fired up and ready to grow your agency, and you've maybe downloaded some podcasts, signed in for some webinars, attended a few conferences, or even bought some online courses. But it's really easy to get overwhelmed. There's just so many things out there. And that leads into our first reason, unlimited options. We live in a culture of unlimited options. We're in the internet age where there's hundreds or thousands of resources and thought leaders available at our fingertips. And that seems really great at first, but they can lead to option overwhelmed, where there's so many options that it's paralyzing and you do nothing. And that's not going to grow your agency. The second thing it can lead to is shiny object syndrome, where there's all these shiny, amazing strategies and tactics out there, and you pick one that you think is really going to work for you, and before you have the chance to really implement it well or see it through, there's another one that pops up, and you go on that trail, and before you can really implement that well, another one pops up. And bottom line is, I see a lot of false starts. That's probably the most common things I see with the agency owners is they really picked out some good strategies, but they never really saw them through. So that's not going to grow your agency with all those false starts. So the second reason is you're busy growing your agency. I know I don't need to tell you this, I'm preaching to the choir here, but you're leading your company, you're trying to make it grow, but you're also trying to managing your team and your clients' expectations, putting out fires, admin, bookkeeping, all kinds of things. So it leaves a lot, so it doesn't leave much time to really dedicate to growing your agency. Number 3 is the cobbler's kids have no shoes. So just like the cobbler who fixes everyone else's shoes, you're so busy and concerned with the welfare of his clients that he neglects his own kids. I see that very commonly in digital agencies where you're working so hard to really improve and help and fix all of your clients' marketing that if anything takes a back seat, it's your own. Reason number 4 is word of mouth is amazing but inconsistent. So who doesn't want to get referrals? That's the best type of marketing that you can do. But the thing is, it's like a roller coaster ride. You can have some times where it's really producing a lot of results, but then other times where you can have some drive periods. And if you have some drive periods, you can feel the pressure to do some in-person networking. And that's great. In-person networking works really, really well, but you'll quickly find out it's not scalable. It's really hard to be away from your agency. If you neglect that, a lot of times it's not going to run well or grow. But also if you have a family, you can't be away 5 nights a week or be away from your family, getting on airplanes all the time and really do family life well. So it really works, but you got to pick your spots because it's just not scalable long term. So if you don't want to be outside of your agency or on planes or away from your family, you might think about, well, what else could I try? Content marketing, and content marketing works. I imagine you probably offer some type of content marketing for your clients, and it works, but it takes a long time for it to work. And you might be like, Chris, I need clients today, or I needed them yesterday. I don't have time for that to work. So that might put a little fire in your butt or put you under pressure to really get results quickly. So you might turn to cold calling or cold outreach. And in my experience, unless that's the foundational service or the one of the best things that you offer for your clients and you do it well and you do it every single day, it's going to suck. It's going to suck your time and life because if you're not an expert at that, you're going to, experience a lot of rejection, but also you're just not going to see results, and it can be really demoralizing. But if you get this right, you're going to have a consistent flow of leads and clients. So you're going to be less likely to discount your prices. I imagine you might be in this scenario where you're looking at your bottom line, you're looking at your cash flow for the month, and you're like, man, we need to bring in some money here to really make this thing work. And you're going into a sales meeting with a potential client, and after you've met with them, they're not the right fit, but you have to say yes because you need to take the money. And I don't want you in that type of situation, because generally those scenarios don't work out. For one, it's probably not a good fit for that client, and you might not be able to get results for them. But they also can be high maintenance, and can really, I think it really can degrade the level of trust you have with your team, because your team knows if you're saying yes to people who aren't good fits. They know, they may not respect you, because they know that's not the best fit scenario for your agency. So if you're less likely to discount, you're more likely to charge premium prices and have high profit margins, which is exactly what we want. And when you have high profit margins, you're less likely to say yes to bad fits and have that whole cycle repeat itself. So this is the type of scenario I want you in. So I know these are the 7 reasons why growing your agency can be so flipping hard. Be on the lookout in the next few days. I'm going to share some tips on how you grow your agency the smart way.